Today I'm watching Angel season 4 episode 4. We're starting this 4th season, or a couple episodes in, and in the previous episode we saw, everybody took a road trip to Vegas to visit Lorne and find out that he was in fact being held captive by this casino manager and was reading people so that they could basically trade their fortunes, which I thought was a really interesting concept. So they were able to rescue Lorne, bring him back to the hotel, and then of course come back to find Cordy standing there, which I'm very curious to find out more about in this episode. She doesn't remember anybody, so does she remember where she was? How did she end up in the hotel if she doesn't have any memory? So yeah, I'm very curious to learn more and see what she knows. Connor is still out in LA, fighting vampires, and Angel's been keeping an eye on him. Wesley and Lila are still hanging out. I'm really enjoyed the season so far. It's only a few episodes in, but I think they've been really great. So I'm excited to continue watching and see where this season goes. We still have Wolfram and Hart in the background, obviously, as our villain, but I'm curious to see if there'll be any new villains. We were introduced to a couple of new characters. We had Gwen from a previous few episodes, and we haven't seen her since. But yeah, I'm very curious to see where the season is going to go. So thank you so much for sharing and this first time watching with me. If you have any other suggestions for TV shows you think I should watch, please comment below. And if you want to have a say in what movies or TV shows I watch, be sure to join Patreon. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content.
You okay?
Dad?
Yeah, and they're kind of alluding to Connor having some abilities as well. We know he has super strong hearing.
Really, thanks for stopping, but we've already called for help.
Oh, God. Does this help?
Hey, you guys are just in time. Not sure if we need a jump or a tow. I vote jump.
Yeah, it's a vampire. Oh, my God. Oh! Where did Connor go? Oh, there he is. Dusted. And he knew that they would be in trouble before these guys showed up, so that's interesting. Oh, gas can to the head. Cheese and rice.
Hey.
Bye! Man on fire. Vampire on fire. Nice use of the cigarette lighter, Connor. I think Connor's, he wants a family. Obviously, he's got to be lonely out there by himself with no one.
Okay, but 3 is where I draw the...
And sees Cordelia. Okay.
Gunn? You're dazed or something must... Thank God you're back.
Yeah, but in what way? Is she gonna glow again?
Okay. Who am I?
Oh my gosh, yeah, I was wondering how much she would remember, so that's gonna be very interesting if she has no idea who she is also.
I don't know. Numbers, animals, flossing.
Very important, but also random.
You've been gone for a while, but you're safe now. It's okay.
I'm not used to seeing her this, scared before. Yeah, she's very apprehensive.
I don't think seeing a doctor will solve her problems.
Neither will seeing green.
Yeah, how is she gonna respond to seeing Lorne?
Things out in the garden?
Checking away.
Hey, Fred. You want to help me look in the office?
Sure. We do live in a world of demons and icky things. She's bound to find out.
Well, yeah, sure, but let's be smart. I want her to remember who I am before I...
Yeah, that's fair. It is a tricky spot, yes.
Why is she back?
I don't know. But if Cordy's done where we think she has...
Yeah. How is she back? Exactly. He's just got caught up in seeing her, and how is she back? Is she back for good? What does that look like? These two? Oh, God. Okay. Not making her feel comfortable. Yeah.
Shouldn't someone answer that?
The machine will get it.
As they're just like slowly creeping towards her, she's gonna run. She's gonna panic.
Place.
Hi, you've reached Angel Investigations. We can't come to the phone right now, but if you leave your name and number, we'll
But
get
that
back to you.
voice.
It's her voice on the answering machine, yeah.
I work here.
You better get down here. That demon broad came back. Looks like she's gonna try and hatch a blood-sucking little...
We're here.
And she's like, where do I work exactly?
I should get Charles and terminate it before the situation multiplies.
They mean that literally. Yeah. Fred.
You remember that? You wore it when we went to the ballet.
Oh, fond memories. Will she remember?
It's pretty special. I thought maybe you'd remember because...
You smooched the heck out of each other.
I understand. If you need any...
I will.
That would be so hard because he's so excited to see her and just wants to talk to her and catch up, obviously. And she has no idea what's happening with Connor and where he was like in the ocean for 3 months, and she gotta take it slow.
I'm Cordelia Chase. I'm... Just breathe. Just breathe.
Practicing saying her own name. Oh man.
Sunnydale.
Oh, the Sunnydale yearbook. Oh gosh. Will she remember Buffy?
Okay.
There she was.
Cordelia. Homeroom was fun. Too bad it burnt to the ground.
She's like, where the heck did I come back to?
Giant snake. Dear Cordelia, thanks for the flaming arrows.
Oh gosh. She's like, what the heck is going on?
Yikes. Okay, up in the mental ward. Cute again. Was I a spy?
That'd be so bizarre, looking at pictures of yourself but not remembering what the... Yeah, and holding baby Connor. Aw. Oh god, he's so drooly. Ugh. He's like, let me just hide my pints of blood. Don't want to review that part of my life just yet.
How much do I hate those nasty little babies?
Oh, tell me about it. I couldn't squish squash fast enough.
I know we get paid to do it, but that's the...
And they're just covered in blood talking about hurting babies. Oh my gosh.
Out of my hair for a week.
Poor Cordelia's gonna run so fast.
When do you think Fangboy's gonna come clean with her, huh? Spill the really real?
I'm sure the time will present itself.
Oh god, she got gooed. She got demon gooed. Yep. Oh my, and the weapons cabinet. Yep. Knew she was gonna run. Saw that coming. Oh my god. But she still has her fighting skills? Who are these guys?
Wow. How did I am a spy. And there's singing and blood and pointy things. And did I mention the singing? I mean, what the hell is going on here, Angie?
Angel.
Oh no.
The person who you're trying to remember is very much at home here, bizarre as that may seem. So I ask you.
These two are not helping.
That you're safe and you're among friends who only want the best for you.
I'm hoping she can believe him, because obviously this is a very strange situation to come back to.
Not like that.
Yeah, you weren't physically his mom, but you played a big part in being that mom figure for him.
You and me? We weren't.
Funny story about that, actually. The night you left. Oh, my, a smooch already? She doesn't remember you, though.
Were we not a happy family because I was a nun? I was going through my stuff, and I found all these.
Oh, it's for the vampires! It's for the Oh, sugar. That happened real fast. And now she sees Lorne. Oh no.
Stop. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. He's with us.
Hey, if this was about that missing lingerie, that was for a friend.
Tell me that this is...
Oh, what?
I think it's time we came clean about everything.
That must have been one heck of a conversation, yeah. But now she knows at least.
All that stuff's real, and that's the world I live in, and I think I know I don't remember any of this, because, hey, who'd want to?
Yeah, she's like, this is a lot to take on.
Not a sidekick?
I think there's a way we might be able to sort this out. Pick a song.
Yeah.
Oh, Lauren's gonna read her? Okay, interesting. Yes. I was wondering if it would work on her.
We're all just, and I see a very, very,
If he leaves, that's obviously not a good sign. Yeah, he saw something for sure.
Right, because of evil ninja law firm.
We'll come with, just in case.
You keep telling me I was a higher being. Don't make me turn you into a rat.
She's like, I have powers and I will use them.
I don't want a sandwich. I don't want cookies. I want to talk to Angel, Sans, sidekicks.
I am not a sidekick.
Yeah, it's his trigger, obviously, yeah.
I have to make my skin crawl away and scamper under the bed. Evil's coming, Angel, and it's planning on staying.
Well, I don't like that ominous message at all.
You owe me $1.
Oh, damn.
You called this a relationship.
Oh, shoot, this trap. It was trap. And they're like cuddling now? What is happening?
First.
Are they in a relationship? I don't know. I don't like that.
With this.
I mean, I was fine with them just using each other, but now this seems like it's more. I don't know. Ugh.
I don't want cookies or juice or you two following me around, so just back off.
Oh, God, it's the drooly thing. I'm sorry, what? Why did his face just do that? Good night. His whole mouth. Oh my God, Cordelia's like, why am I here? Just like spread open like a bat wings. Oh my God, that's horrific. And there's so many teeth, always so many teeth. Good night.
You're not safe here.
Well, this is gonna be interesting, considering she has no idea who he is.
How could you let her?
God, that's so gross.
The gal does have a history of whooping ass. I mean, you saw the hurting she put on those Wolfram Hart dudes, and could she really turn me into a rat?
I wasn't running, I was fleeing, and B, yes.
Well, how horrible is this thing?
Well, I haven't read the Book of Revelations lately, but if I was searching for adjectives,
Oh, frick, that's not good at all.
that was the tip of the berg, pumpkin nut. What I got from Cordy was dense. A big, fat, tummy-clenching onion from hell.
Oh, God.
A scratching.
Hey, look, we gotta find Cordelia before. We have to find her. Or she's out there, alone.
Or so they think. Yeah, that's gotta be scary.
I wish I'd killed it.
Kind of a funny way to express your affection. I love you, bang, you're dead.
And Connor recognizes her, obviously, but yeah, where did he take her?
Just decided to drop by.
I saw you were back.
So, we know each other? We're friends?
You were nice to me once.
Oh, he remembers.
Home.
This is home? If you're Angel's son, why don't you live with him?
Yeah, where is he hiding out with these dead animals?
Tell you? I sunk him to the bottom of the ocean. To punish him.
Oh, he's actually being honest. Okay, she doesn't believe him.
I tried to kill you too. I was new to this world, didn't understand. Put a knife to your throat.
I'm surprised how honest he's being right now, because he had a clean slate. He could have said anything, so.
Yeah. She's back? And you got a positive visual of her.
And now Wesley knows she's back. What's that gonna mean?
You really have to go? Why? You missing me already?
He's got to be just using her, right? And like he wants information, and now he knows, and he's definitely pretending not to care about Angel, and she even like called him out on it.
You're safe.
Then why am I so scared?
Yeah, I never thought I'd see Connor comforting Cordelia.
What's my favorite food? Who was my first kiss?
Yeah, she wouldn't remember Xander.
Do you know how lonely that makes me feel?
He's like, I grew up in a hell dimension. Okay.
And donuts. And you're very brave. Lost everything and you're still strong.
I have this horrible feeling that something bad is gonna happen.
Yeah, you probably will. It's usually how it goes.
Except you. I don't know why, but I trust you.
It's very interesting that he's the only one she trusts, especially given everything that happened, but he was also honest with her.
Okay, once, but not again. Somebody has to know where Cordelia is.
I do.
Oh, and it's Wesley to the rescue.
Misplacing her after all the effort to find her.
We didn't find her. She just showed up.
Yeah, which we still don't know how or why.
She's with Connor. You have that on good authority.
It's like first-hand account from Lila.
Son. I'm sure he's taken excellent care of her.
But yeah, they also don't know. Oh my. He definitely had his hand on her boob. Just brush and pat. Brush. Oh god. I hate that I said that. Tripwire! Oh, welcome to Shay Connor. Bonked him. So many bonks.
You'll have to fight. Do you know how?
Time to learn if you don't. Oh, all these traps. Good night. Oh. Give him the chops. Who is Lila? Why did I even ask? Of course she's the one watching this. And they can't see him on the monitor, obviously. But they obviously knew where Connor was living. Interesting.
That's right, monkey boys.
Yeah, why would they just leave like that? Like, what did they do?
Get you back home.
Actually, I'd like to stay here with Connor.
Well, that's gotta sting a little bit. Yep.
All of you. I know you were trying to help, but the truth is the only way to do that. And that's what Connor's given to me.
That would be so weird, because,
Keep her safe.
yeah, like, he'll try his best, obviously, but he doesn't have the skills Angel has or the resources. Like, he's still young. That was the dollars she gave, or he gave her when she called it a relationship. Oh no, Lorne! This poor guy just can't catch a break.
But why? I thought Cordy was her target.
They must have known Lauren read her.
Okay, wait, so are you saying that the slam dance at Connor's place was a decoy?
And we fell for it like a bunch.
Ah, frick. Frick, frick, frick.
After what Lauren saw when she sang.
Oh
Sucked it out of
no.
his head.
Oh god, that's so grim.
They had a demon. I wouldn't talk. A thing burrowed inside.
Oh god, that's horrible. Ugh.
How do we know he's not the one playing us?
We don't. But what we do know is that Wolfram and Hart may now know more about Cordy's doom and gloom thing than we do.
Yeah, no kidding. Oh, poor Lorne.
You played me. You played yourself. On your phone, you wanted me to hear that, so I would tell you.
Aw, frick, it was a trap.
And give it to the good and plenties. So before you go all righteous fury, figure out who you're really mad at here.
They're definitely using each other, and, like, obviously he didn't know it was a trap. He thought he was helping, but here we are. Can't trust frickin' Lila.
What was the real plan?
Let's just say I could have had Lorne's brain in a jar, but I left it in his head because he's a friend of yours.
Oh, geez, so courteous. Thank you.
Lull me into trusting you again?
If I thought you'd ever trust me, I would have never played you like that.
Does she actually care about him? No, we can't do this, right? I had to cut from Connor watching over Cordelia to Angel watching over this empty bed. Oh, he was so excited that Cordelia would be back, obviously, and now she's gone again. So that was my first time watching Angel, season 4, episode 4. Obviously, the episode focused mainly on Cordelia being back, processing everything, her memory, what she could remember. It sounded like she could remember small things, but nothing that related to her personality. And obviously, dealing with coming back to a place that is very scary, but those are things, she was well aware of and had gotten used to, but now seemed totally foreign and strange to her. And, dealing with all those things all at once. And as we even know before, Cordelia takes honesty very seriously, and even if she doesn't know who she is just yet, I feel like that part of her personality obviously came through very strongly in this episode, as she picks Connor to be the only one to trust because Angel and Gunn and Fred, lied to her, and I know they were trying to protect her, but obviously she doesn't see it that way. She just wants someone to be honest with her, especially when she is coming in very vulnerable, like she doesn't know anything, and being asked to trust these people and then finding out they're hiding things that are very scary, like talking about killing demons and blood places and, seeing a green demon, Lorne. And yeah, I think it was just a lot for her. And I'm glad she realized that Connor is in fact Angel's son, and he was very honest with her, which I wasn't expecting at all. He tells her about putting Angel in the bottom of the ocean. Says he almost tried to kill Cordelia as well, so I definitely wasn't expecting that, considering Connor lied to Fred and Gunn for the entire summer about where Angel was, and now he has a chance. He could tell her whatever he wants. Like, he has a complete clean slate with Cordelia, but he chose to, be honest with her, even if it wasn't making him look good. And obviously that was very important to Connor, so yeah, I'm very curious to see where that's gonna go. And I know it must just be so heartbreaking for Angel to see her pick Connor over him, especially since, when they left, they were about to have this big romantic moment, and we do see them almost kiss in this episode as well, as she asks, like, were we a thing? And he's trying to explain, like, no, but almost, but kind of, and it definitely wasn't a clear answer. So yeah, I'm very curious to see where that's gonna go. And I didn't know Angel knew where Connor was, but he shows up right to Connor's lair, which we find out that is a trap, obviously, from Wolfram and Hart, as he just wanted the piece from Lauren's brain. And when we see Connor sneaking back into the hotel at the start, I was thinking he was gonna go talk to Angel. I was like, maybe he wants to reconcile, maybe he wants to apologize, and no, he just sees Cordelia, and he obviously knows who she is, and she doesn't see him in that moment. But obviously we see the two of them at the end of the episode are hanging out, and Connor promises to look over her. I definitely felt bad for Lorne in this episode because he just got out of, Vegas, where he was being held against his will, being beat up, being forced to, give this information to this casino boss. And then now he's getting this demon thing put in his head, and it just looked so gross. And I didn't even know that was an option. And now Wolfram and Hart obviously know everything that he saw. I'm sure Lorne could read Cordelia again. I just don't know if the results would be the same. Maybe the more time she spends in LA, the more she'll remember, obviously, so maybe the past memories or even what her future looks like will get foggier. I'm not too sure, but yeah, just such a tough few episodes for Lorne. And they've made a few references to Connor possibly having abilities, like when he shows up to, save that family from the vampires, he knows something's coming before it shows up, and he can sense it. And we know he has super strong hearing, and he can kind of jump high distances. And obviously with his parents both being vampires, I feel like it's, inevitable that he'll inherit something, but he still doesn't know what that is. And they even ask him, like, what are you? And he says he doesn't know. So I like that they're kind of laying the groundwork for that, and I'm curious to see, where that's gonna go. I can't imagine what it would have been like for Cordelia. And we do see her break down a little bit to Connor, saying like, I'm so lost, I'm so scared, like there's nothing. Like she's looking at pictures of herself, doesn't recognize them, just kind of comments on the appearance, goes through her old yearbook and is reading these things. And it was, as a Buffy fan, obviously it was also a nice reference to hear her talk about things that had happened in Sunnydale, but they're not good things. She's like referencing the giant worm and arrows, and you know, for her it's just all very alarming all at once, because this isn't normal stuff that's happening. As we know, Sunnydale's on the Hellmouth, and when she goes to LA working with Angel, it's obviously, you know, just keeping up with these supernatural things and demons and vampires, and I could definitely see why it would be overwhelming. And I like that we still got to see pieces of her character. You know, she has her fighting abilities still, and she's convinced she's a spy. And even some of the way she was talking to Angel, I was like, okay, this is how Cordelia speaks to Angel. Like, this is who she is, even if she doesn't recognize it. I like that they didn't try and, like, change her entirely or have her come back and just be, you know, dazed and confused for an entire episode. She may not be able to explain who she is, but I feel like the pieces of her are still there. And I thought maybe when she came back, she'd be like an apparition. She would still be an angel, or like people would try and, you know, touch her and their hands would fall through or walk through her or stuff like that. But she's definitely back, and it's interesting to see her with Connor again, especially considering everything that's happened. When Cordelia finds that picture of Connor as a baby, you know, thinking she's a mom, and her and Angel kind of having that conversation, like that Cordelia did play, you know, this mother figure. It just, to see her try to put the pieces of her life back together and hearing her answering machine, you know, in her own voice, but it would just be so confusing to not know who you are, what you like. You know, she's like, do I have siblings? You know, what's my favorite color? Like all of these things that make her a person, she has no idea. So I'm very curious to see if that'll come back slowly, what that's going to look like. I'm not expecting the next episode for her to be back to her usual ways, but I hope it's not like 10 episodes later. They usually do a pretty good job with this show with pacing and timing, so I'm hoping, you know, over the next few episodes, the more time she spends with Connor, and even Connor saying like, oh, you're very brave, you know, like you're brave now, and, you know, I think she just needs to get to know herself again. But we didn't find out why she's here, we didn't find out how she's here, and even when Wesley shows up, he thinks that they went and got her. And they have to explain, no, she just showed up. Like, we don't know how, we don't know why. And like they said, if she had contact with the powers that be, obviously Wolfram and Hart want to access that, because that's just what they do. And it looks like Lila had set up cameras in Connor's place as well, which was creepy. So she's just watching, you know, sets this up and sets Wesley up for a trap as well. And I was surprised when he said like, oh, you used me. And I was like, you're both using each other. And when he called it a relationship, I'm still conflicted, because I feel like Wesley is just using her for information, but then sometimes there's these moments, but again, is he just acting it up? And it's hard to think that Wesley truly has feelings for Lila and Lila truly has feelings for him. But, you know, we see them exchange this dollar and there was something written on it, but we didn't really get to see. But obviously Wesley was very upset with what he saw, and obviously finds out that, you know, Lila set him up to go talk to Angel. But it's definitely nice to see him trying to talk to Angel. At least he could have just kept the information to himself, but he knows how important Cordelia is to Angel, so thought he was helping, and shows up, you know, with this big news. That creature that attacked Cordelia was terrifying, this like drooly hot mess, and the way that its mouth, just like the skin just opened, oh my god, it was terrifying. And the teeth, just, they always do such a good job. There's always so many teeth, and Connor comes in to save the day. It wasn't my favorite episode of this season so far. It was nice to see Cordelia back, obviously, but I feel like a big part of the episode was just her getting readjusted, and some parts did feel a bit slower, and I don't mean that in a negative way. I just feel like we needed this episode before we could move on to bigger episodes. So now that she's back, you know, she's processing everything, she's with Connor, they have to just deal with that until she decides to come back to the hotel, if she wants to, how she's going to process everything, if she'll come back, you know, 50% of the way, I have no idea. But this episode was obviously very Cordelia focused, and we did see Gunn and Fred go off on a mission on their own, but they just go and come back. We don't see what they actually do, obviously, and to have Wolfram and Hart play a bigger role in this episode with them trying to get what we think is Cordelia, but going after Lauren instead. I feel like they could have condensed some of the scenes with Cordelia, you know, processing everything. It was nice to see, but it did feel like it took a little bit of time, as, you know, the whole episode, there's no other bad guy other than Wolfram and Hart, but those are just the ninjas. Usually when they do episodes like this, there's like a B storyline of, you know, they're also fighting this demon at the same time. I know Wolfram and Hart would have been in that place for this episode, but yeah, it just felt like they really wanted us to make sure Cordelia was back. So I'm curious to see where the next episode's gonna go. I don't know how she's gonna get her memory back. She obviously didn't know where she was either. She had no idea that she was gone, so she doesn't remember, you know, going to meet Angel or anything like that. But they said they filled her in on everything, you know, just with, they don't show the conversations because they never do, but she's up to speed with everything, which I'm sure was also very overwhelming and confusing. And, you know, her being like, I was a cheerleader, and then I was a princess in Pilea, and now I'm here, you know, hunting demons. So I think some time away will probably be good, because I think she needs some space to process everything, but I can only imagine how tough that is for Angel to watch and to not be with her and talk to her the way that they used to. And, you know, like he said, he was just so excited to see her. He didn't even ask how or why she's back. So I'm hoping they answer those questions in future episodes. Overall, I enjoyed it. I thought it was a decent episode. Not one of my favorites, but obviously we have to set up Cordelia being back, processing everything, what that looks like. So I'm hoping she gets some of her memory back in future episodes and we can go back to being, you know, how we were. I hope Lauren can recover, because that was horrendous. And I'm very worried to find out what Wolfram and Hart are going to do with Lauren's, you know, reading memory, and that the fact that they can even extract it was terrifying. Connor seems to be more honest now. Maybe he's, you know, turning a new page. He's helping innocent people from vampires, so maybe he is trying to be more and more like his dad and, you know, fight vampires and demons. But thank you so much for sharing in this first time watching with me. If you have any other suggestions for TV shows you think I should watch, please comment below. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content. It's her voice on the answering machine, yeah. That was the dollars she gave, or he gave her when she called it a relationship. Oh, it's for the vampires! It's for the Oh, sugar. That happened practicing saying her own name. Oh, man. Oh, God, it's so drooly. Ugh.